Here's our in-ground garden where the compost pile was. This is our newest hotbed, and we do have cage over it. Here is more of the long season squash and tomatoes and peppers. And then here is the earliest, most established hotbed, and the radishes have all bolted. They're laying down and it is time to reseed. So I even just have this tiny little patch right here. But the things that I need to seed right now are things that will do well in the winter, they will do well in the fall. Our climate stays pretty cool. Even in the summer, we don't usually get into the mid-90s. And so knowing your region, knowing which seeds are going to do well for you in which season is really important. So about this time, it's a good time for me to be planting New Zealand spinach, Malabar spinach, lots of Swiss chard. And I'm also going to be planting carrots because they will grow and what I don't harvest will overwinter. And we do really well with these raised beds because we have nematodes in our soil, but the nematodes aren't in this because there's no soil. Hey Daniel. Hey Darlene. So, I'm trying to think if there was anything else in here that I hadn't. So it's New Zealand spinach, Malabar spinach. I believe it's too late to do things like collards if you're in the south. My understanding is that things like collards need a long season. Was there anything else in here? I'm going to do some bok choy. But other than that, it's pretty much these hot weather greens and carrots. So, I'm not going to pull it all out at once. This is going to take the rabbits another month to get through, but as I come out and as I'm pulling the greens out every morning for the rabbits and also for the ducks, as I have cleared this much of a space, I will reseed. At least in my opinion, it's really important to perpetually reseed, especially with things like greens that you can go through quite quickly. You know, leave your patch that is going to be a long season harvest like your squash. Obviously, you don't need to replant them, but you know, these very short lived, short lifespan, fast growing crops can be reseeded most of the year as long as you have the right variety for your area. So there's the living fence. There's our little non-egg laying chickens. They're just here to fluff the mulch up after the ducks have pooped on it. And so that's how everything's looking. I guess I could, if you guys want to see the quail, we did get the quail in. I'm not sure if I put the video up of it yet. We have raspberries on. And I'll show you what the rabbits think of their little garden bed that they've been eating out of for a month, 6 weeks now. So there's the bunnies. This is the better cage, but because this one is adequate, as long as I'm not putting a mom with babies in here, it works fine if you have a buck on each side. So they're eating radish greens, and there are the ducks wanting to get into my in-ground garden because I'm watering it currently. And then we'll see if the quail have tipped over their food yet. And there's the quail. And I'm thinking I need to put them all in the same cage so that I can use better feeders. In that one I only have 2, in this one I have 3. And then over here is the rest of them and the baby duck. So that's what's going on. I'm gonna go get the rest of those greens seeded really quick and get on with my day. So I will put the link in the description for the garden seeds that I use if you're interested, and also for the rabbit hutches that I recommend. And we have ebooks in the Etsy store. Deborah said lettuce, Spanish, peas, and carrots is what she likes to plant this time of year. Can you see that better? It's just this little corner, but this little corner can really feed you if you're, at least for us, especially if we're broadcasting it, because we pull out and it leaves space for other things to grow. And I'm super happy with it. And over here, I don't know if you guys caught the show where I was talking about how we can't really grow root crops in the soil. We've got some really good looking turnips. And we're really happy with it. And that is going to be a new greenhouse because you can walk into it. It isn't just a hotbed. It isn't just some plastic over the top of something. I can walk into it. So there will be plastic over the top and an end here with a door at the bottom that will let air from the bottom come up. And then there will be a door here. And the reason I want to do that is because I like to have a greenhouse wherever I am, whether I'm in Idaho or not. And that is a very, very inexpensive greenhouse to make. It cost me the cost of screws. I already had the cow panels. And the cow panels, I believe, are like $16 a piece, so 2 cow panels plus screws. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll talk to you later.